Shalom everyone and welcome back. My name is Raz and you're watching Israeli EDC. And this is everything that I'm going to carry for the last month of 2023. Everything that's on the table in front of me is all that I'm going to carry for the month of December, because everything else, I don't know if you know my channel at all. If it's your first time here, you obviously don't, but if you've been here, you know that I have a lot of gear. I have a lot of stuff laying around. I have a bunch of multi-tools and knives and flashlights and pens, and I do have a lot of gear, but everything is going to go in a box next week because we're moving. We're leaving this apartment, which we've been living here for about 4.5 years now. We love this apartment and the circumstances are not great. We're moving because we're out of money because of the war that started a couple of months ago. Hamas terrorists attacked Israel, and ever since we've been at war, so I'm out of a job. I don't know if you know that or not, but I'm a videographer. I rely on shooting videos and editing videos for a living, and for the past couple of months I've had zero income and still no income. So unfortunately we have to leave the apartment. So we're moving to my wife's parents' house, which is a bit up north, in a kibbutz up north. So we're leaving the apartment, so everything is going to go in boxes. I'm not going to have anything laying around except for what you see on the table in front of me right now, which is everything that I'm going to carry for the entire month of December. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. Starting right here with the Leatherman Squirt PS4. This is a tiny multi-tool from Leatherman. It is plier based, and normally I don't carry this in my pocket. Usually it's just thrown in my sling bag, but for the purpose of moving to a new apartment, I decided to put this in my pocket because I might need to use the pliers, which are spring-loaded. So it's kind of fun. They're kind of small. Obviously, it's not a Leatherman Wave. It's not a full-size multi-tool, but then again, I don't need a full-size multi-tool. All I need sometimes is just a tiny thing to just grab onto something when I need it. So that's gonna be the primary purpose of the Leatherman Squirt. It does have other tools. It's got a knife. It's got a nice nail file on it. It's got scissors, which are not the best, but they will work in a pinch, but I do have a better pair of scissors right here on this Victorinox, which we will take a look at in a minute. So it does have like a bunch of stuff on it, like a small screwdriver, which can double as a two-dimensional Phillips, but I don't need that. Mostly I need the pliers. That's the main thing that makes me want to carry this Leatherman for the upcoming month. Moving on, the next on the list is the Sabre pepper spray. Unfortunately, we are at war with Gaza, so we're being attacked still. So this is basically my protection against that. I carry a pepper spray in my pocket. It does have a safety feature right here that you have to slide and then press. I'm obviously not going to do that. It's very unpleasant, obviously. But unfortunately, this is my only defense against, if anyone tries to attack me, which we all hope will not happen. You can see my previous videos to understand better why I'm not carrying a firearm, but the short version is we can't. We not all get guns from the state. I did serve in the military, but we don't get to keep, nor do we get to keep the firearm, or do we get to keep the license for using a firearm. So I'm not qualified for carrying a gun. So this is my protection. Moving on. The next one on the list is the Victorinox Climber. Now I chose to go with the Climber instead of my usual compact for one good reason, actually, and it is the punch on the back, the awl right here. So the Climber is a 3-layer Victorinox Swiss Army knife, which comes with the additional awl/punch/reamer, whatever you want to call that, which I do use. And I'm gonna use now that I deal with boxes and everything because of the move. We're moving, so I am using the all punch reamer thing quite heavily for the past week, and I will continue using it for the upcoming week or so. So that's the reason I went with the Victorinox Climber, and also I kind of like the scales on it. You know, the what's it called? The Silver Tech scales, I think. Basically, it's your normal everyday Victorinox. You got a cap lifter slash flathead screwdriver slash pry tool, which is very, very capable. It's kind of, you know, staple of Victorinox Swiss Army knives. And on the other side, you do have a can opener with a tiny 3mm flathead screwdriver on top. I never used that, but it's nice to have. And then you have the fabulous Victorinox scissors, which are far more capable than the ones you get on the Leatherman Squirt, for example. And then you obviously have the two main blades, which is one big blade right here, the regular size drop point Victorinox blade, and then you get the tiny pen blade on the other side right here, both extremely sharp. And then on the back you do have a parcel hook right here, which might come in handy now that we're moving. You know, I might use it to actually carry some stuff, tie something up with a string or something, and just use it to kind of prop up and lift it to the car and from the car and whatever. And then finally you have the corkscrew on the back, which I sometimes use. And then in the corkscrew, instead of the regular tiny eyeglass screwdriver, I decided to go with a SIM removal tool. Not because I need to remove any SIM cards anytime soon, but just because I use it sometimes as a scribe. You know, you can scribe with this because it's very, very tiny. So you could use it for a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so that's what I keep inside the corkscrew. I do have a video on that if you want to check it out, with a bunch of other tools that go in the corkscrew instead of the usual tiny screwdriver for glasses. And then you obviously have the standard toothpick and tweezers on the other side right here. So these are the tweezers, which are very, very capable. I'm sorry about the lighting. I already packed up all the lights and all my video equipment, so we work with what we got, you know. So this is the Victorinox Swiss Army Knife Climber. Moving on, these are just my pen and my notepad. This is what I use to write down things and take measurements of like different rooms and like my closet and my bed and my everything that I need to take measurements of. And this is the pen that I'm using to do it. It is the Olight O-Pen Mini, which is fantastic. It's upside down. Let's show you this. This is the O-Pen Mini in OD green. I like the bolt action here. Very, very nice, very slick. My wife loves the pen. She did use it a couple of times and said it was very, very convenient to write with. It's got, you know, it's got a good size to it. You know, it's not a full-size pen, but it's not too small either. So it's kind of nice. Moving on, the flashlight that I'm using is the Olight S1R Baton 2 right here. I did consider upgrading to the Baton 3, but now that Olight came out with the Baton 4, now I'm even more inclined to upgrade. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Should I drop this and get the Baton 4 instead? Basically, I like it. You know, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I like the light. I use it a lot. I like the magnetic tail cap right here. I do have the older Baton 1 here. So these are very, very similar lights, but the Baton 1, the first version, the first gen, I don't like the clicky switch right here. It's not as comfortable. You see, I gotta do it with my fingernail to get like the light going. Whereas with the Baton 2, no problem. I can just give it a light tap and the thing works. So I'm sticking with the Baton 2 for now. Let me know down in the comment section below what flashlight you carry and should I take a look at it. Moving on to the final item that we're going to look at today. This is the Milwaukee Fastback 1505. You guys know this knife. The reason I got it is specifically to help me with the move and everything, because I did need a very capable box cutter, and I figured, you know what, I'm just going to give the Milwaukee a chance, and I'm not regretting it one bit. This is perfect for moving, guys. This, you know, the action is fantastic. You got a very, very sharp utility blade right here, and you got an additional utility blade. I'm going to show it like this because of the light situation. Right here, you have another. I'm going to try and pry it out for a minute. There you go. So you got an additional storage for one more blade in here. So I did put another one in there just in case this one gets dull. You have a quick release button right here, so you can push that and take the blade out. If I get it right, yeah, there you go. So you get the blade right, you can turn it around and move it back in, press the switch, lock it in place, and there you go. Now it's locked, and the whole thing is locking. So the blade is locking, and in Israel we're not allowed to carry locking blades, but you know, what you gonna do? I need the knife for the move. And the next best thing is the bottle opener right here. So this is the second feature that I like on the Milwaukee Fastback. And then the final feature that I like is the screwdriver right here. So it is one hand opening and it is locking. You got a liner lock right here. And it has a bit driver, a full-size regular bit driver. And it comes with a double-sided bit. So you got Phillips on one side and you got a flathead on the other side, and you can put it in whichever way you need to, and that's it. There you go. So you got the locking blade and the locking screwdriver and a very comfortable pocket clip. Now this thing has a weight on it. It is hefty. It doesn't look like it when you see it in videos, but now that I have it in my hand, it weighs more than I thought it would. So keep that in mind when you jump and buy one for yourself. It is a bit more hefty than first might appear when you see it on video. But all in all, I'm very, very happy with the purchase. This is fantastic. I'm loving this knife. So I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to keep using it even after we move. Now, the last thing is not going to go in my pockets because it's very, very heavy. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is very, very heavy. This is my Fixit Kit, and I'm going to have an entire video dedicated to this kit because it packs a lot. So I'm just going to give you a quick peek just to let you know what's inside and why I'm carrying this for my moving. Because it does have a lot of stuff in there, and the bits are all, you know, scattered around. Basically, that's what you get. You get a bunch of bits. Well, not you, me. I put it together, so that's what I get. You get a whole lot of bits and sockets. You get a tiny little wrench right here. You got an extension for the what's it called? I forgot the name. What's the name? What's this called? Like a ratchet. The ratchet. So you get the ratchet right here. This spins right here, and you got a switch on the back to, you know, move it forward or backwards. So this all lives in this side, and here on this side I do have like a pry bar. If you've watched my previous video, the Gerber Mullet is a very, very capable pry bar, pry tool. So yeah, I keep that here in the back, and I got a bunch of other things here which you will have to see my next video to get a better look at everything and see a full breakdown of this tiny Fixit Kit. I call it a Fixit Kit. So it's very small. I could probably throw this in my cargo pants pocket, you know, like the side pocket, and just take it with me, but it just weighs a lot. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna throw this in my sling bag and carry it on my shoulder. But I do have it with me for whenever I need to disassemble or reassemble any furniture or something. You know, now that we're moving, I feel like I said we're moving like 10 times in this video, so I'm sorry if that's the case. Anyways, this is what I will be using to disassemble and reassemble different furniture and stuff to take with us to our next apartment. This is it. This is everything. Whew. All right, so thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying this long. And if you are still watching, please let me know down in the comment section below which one of the items that you just watched is your favorite. Do you carry any of the items that you just saw in this video? If you do, please let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for supporting my work and leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It does help me out a lot. So thank you to everyone who subscribed, and I will see you all in the next video. And if you do want to support me further, you're more than welcome to buy me a cup of coffee in the first link in the description box and in the first comment to this video. The donation are like a coffee.com kind of thing. It's like a Patreon, but not exactly. You can buy me a cup of coffee if you appreciate what I'm trying to do here. Thank you again for being here and watching my videos and subscribing and commenting and liking and sharing and all those good things that makes the algorithm happy. I will see you all in the next video, and until then, adios.